The dashboard says the supply plan is optimal. Outside, trailers are stacked at the gate. That is the execution gap. Planning sees demand, inventory, and service targets. The dock sees doors, labor, yard space, trailers, and time. A plan can look perfect in the system and still fail when it becomes physical work. The APS did what it was built to do. It protected inventory. It reacted to demand. It created replenishment. But it did not ask the harder transportation question. Do we have enough trucks, dock space, labor, and capacity to execute this plan? That is how a correct plan becomes operational chaos. 2 trucks on Monday, 24 on Tuesday. The total volume may look fine for the week, but the dock does not unload weekly averages. It unloads what arrives today. When transportation planning creates spikes, the dock pays in detention, overtime, rework, and OTIF risk. A dock designed for 10 trucks does not become a 24-truck dock because the plan says ship. Doors are fixed. Labor is scheduled. Yard space runs out. Receiving capacity backs up. The hidden constraint is physical infrastructure. The business leak is service failure dressed up as warehouse congestion. At the end of the process, another gap appears. The loader knows an overweight axle can stop the truck. So the safe move is to weigh out short. The truck leaves legal, but not maximized. 5 or 10% of paid capacity becomes empty air. That is not safety. That is hidden freight cost. One loader knows the lane, another knows the product, another knows the axle trick. A new hire knows none of it yet. When truck loading depends on memory, every shift becomes a different process. That creates reloads, damage, training time, and inconsistent execution. Transportation smoothing has to happen before the dock is buried. The fix is not asking warehouse teams to work miracles. The fix is seeing the spike earlier, across lanes, across sites, across carrier capacity, across the next month of movement. That is how transportation planning starts becoming executable. Waiting until every pallet detail is final can push the tender too late. By then, the best carrier may already be committed somewhere else. The smarter move is to reserve capacity earlier. Origin, destination, mode, ship date. Then finalize the load closer to execution. Separate the truck decision from the pallet decision. Filling a trailer is not the same as building a load. The truck still has to be legal. Axles have to work. Stacking has to protect the product. The sequence has to make sense. Damage rules have to be respected. Load optimization is not just cube. It is the physics of a truckload. A load plan that only works on screen is not finished. The forklift driver needs clear guidance. What to pick, how to stage it, where to place it. The goal is not just a better truckload. The goal is repeatable truckloading that a real team can execute under real dock pressure. The execution gap leaks in 2 places. Upstream, deployment spikes create detention, premium freight, carrier refusals, and OTIF risk. At the dock, underloaded trucks create extra miles, extra trucks, extra fuel, and extra transportation emissions. 1 gap, 2 leaks. Planning flow and loading execution have to work together. The gap closes when planning and execution stop living in separate worlds. Transportation planning has to understand the physical network. Load planning has to understand the floor. The plan needs trucks, capacity, dock timing, legal loads, and clear guidance for the people doing the work. That is how a supply chain plan becomes something the operation can actually run.